Podcast.
We're gonna talk evil. Stay tuned.
We're about to go on the radio here, but we're gonna record this for some reason,
Posterity.
just so you can see us
What happens behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. You got a makeup kit going on here.
I'm putting makeup on.
Has nothing to do with what we're doing
Nope.
right now, but just the normal everyday stuff.
This is just my job, and I was running late, and I have 2 kids, and it's really crazy. This is the glamorous part.
This is my office. That's my desk. We do these radio interviews in here for some reason. I'm not sure why. How did we ever get hooked up with this radio station? This guy, Josh Ducalo, hosts a radio show, a CBS affiliate radio show, talk radio in Wisconsin called Fresh Take.
And he is your friend?
We went to high school together.
Yes. That is really cool.
And I've spoken to him not one time since high school, but he started listening to the podcast and we got reconnected, and it's been so fun.
And he's so cool and so nice, and he's helped us out a lot. He's taught us a lot about how to be on the radio, and also he's just a really fun and nice guy, so we really enjoy talking with him. It is on Central Time, though, so it's kind of early on the West Coast.
This is like 7:58 a.m. here, and we all rushed to get in to do this.
Yep, and so that's why I'm putting makeup on, because usually I'm more prepared, but today is not that day.
I just roll out of bed like this. You know, here's the thing.
There's an article called The Makeup. I think it's called Makeup Text, talking about Hillary Clinton versus other political candidates in the last cycle. Like how much longer it takes to put makeup on. I'm just saying.
I have thought to myself, if makeup companies could really market to men and make men want to wear makeup, that's an untapped market. That's a huge market. They do in other
countries, yeah.
Really? Like what country?
Yeah. Well, I want to say, well, and men wear makeup in this country too. It's just not in mass. You know what the thing is? It's not considered to be a part of like straight masculinity, right?
Right.
But if they could figure out how to do that, I know plenty of men that care just as much about how they look, but they don't think they're supposed to wear makeup.
Precisely.
Yeah, you're right. I think we could do that.
Okay, I'm turning the volume on here, so if they cut back in, we're good. So this is weird. On the video, you'll be able to hear us talking, but then you'll be able to hear them talking.
President Trump commenting moments ago, not long after the White House released details of his call with Ukraine's president.
The way you had that built up, that call was going to be the call from hell. It turned out to be a nothing call.
This is the news there.
I can't believe. Yeah. This is crazy news day too.
I'll turn it down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, maybe this was the recording of where we were when we heard this particular news item.
Where were you when the Ukraine transcript broke? We were right here.
Creating
I was going to say, I was literally, when I said I rolled out of bed like this, I was being totally literal. I exercise
Did you fall out of bed?
On Wednesdays, and because you have to take a shower after you exercise, if you do it in the middle of the day, it's the 2-shower conundrum.
Oh, yeah.
Take a shower in the morning, but then you do it again, so what I end up doing is packing different kinds of clothes. I end up packing in such a way, I end up putting clothes on and packing in such a way that I can go work out, have different clothes, have extra certain needed items, and then put my outer clothes back on, and then I'm good to go. But then I've taken a shower essentially at my exercise facility. In case you wanted to know about that.
I don't even know what those facilities are like here, because I only exercise and then go right home and shower, because I don't like to make eye contact or like have contact with students outside of the normal setting. It's so awkward.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah. Like if you're at the store.
Oh, it's students. I know. I can do it just because I drag my stuff in the men's, probably the same in the women's. There's like an outer chamber, there's like a door, and there's like an outer chamber, but then like an inner chamber. And so you can kind of drag your stuff.
The inner courts.
Yeah, the inner courts. Because like I'm not going to be like showering like with students like in an open like middle school style shower.
Weird.
Like that's weird. We're not doing that. But who's that? Oh,
is that a local?
We're listening to the
person?
news here. They're talking about. We're up next, but they're playing the news, so we're listening to what they're broadcasting now.
We keep thinking, is this going to be a national story, or is this something about the good people of Wisconsin? What is the right way to say Wisconsin?
Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Oregon is always mispronounced.
People from Wisconsin say Oregon. As did I when I first interviewed here. I didn't know. I'd only heard the word said in Wisconsin one way, basically.
I heard a whole story about how politicians say Nevada because they often say it wrong. They say Nevada, but it's not. It's Nevada. Oregon's the same way, but Oregon is not a critical swing state, so you don't really hear it talked about as much.
We only have one kind of politics in Oregon, but that's the way it's going to be.
Okay.
I'm trying to have this loud enough so we hear it when they come.
Yeah.
But quiet enough.
We might get totally interrupted and not even do it if the news is big enough, I guess.
No, I don't think it's going to be that big.
You don't think?
No. Okay, I think we're coming on after this.
Okay. Here we go.
This is radio.
Because I've got my eyebrows on.
This is radio. You can put on anything you want during the show.
This is kind of like a meta tribute to one of my favorite figures in American religion, who is Tammy Faye Bakker.
Mm-hmm.
This is for you, Tammy Faye.
Putting on the makeup, you mean?
Yeah. I'm not wearing nearly enough, but I feel like she would really appreciate what's happening right now.
Being on this video recording this too adds extra stress to the talking because now it's like, who are we talking to?
I don't know. It's very meta and weird.
I just think it's making it worse, but I think we should keep going with it.
Yeah, we're never gonna get asked back again. He's gonna be like, that one time you guys totally tanked.
It was like, you bombed. And why did you bomb? You were talking not to me, but to some...
To the interweb.
We were talking to the video.
Oh, yeah.
But now with the season finale on the podcast, we got to have content. We actually have content.
We
have content.
From the WHBY Omni-Class and Pain News Center.
Good morning. It's 10:04, mostly sunny and 68. I'm Carol Patrizi. News is brought to you by Hooper Law Office. Appleton's ban on train whistles start in about a week.
She's saying ban.
Ban.
I really like a northern accent like that. And when I lived in Tennessee, people thought I was from Minnesota. Oregonians must sound like that.
They do. Yes, Oregonians do. Oh, shoot.
Engineer does the discretion to sound the whistle. Something specific. Somebody walking down X, there's a car on the tracks, whatever.
This is just news. We thought we'd missed our big moment.
No, I gotta allow.
The flag zone last month, but there's still a waiting period before it's in place. Friends of the 4 victims of a house explosion in Shawano County say they were...
I have this downtime, this thing on that.
Caroline Lions Club, and the organization's annual trail ride is in less than 2 weeks.
I have this thing on my phone, which is like this downtime app thing, which actually cuts off.
Is that to like save batteries or something?
Of their bodies. Jim Olsen is the chair of the group.
My phone rang about a million times.
Turn off screen time. I'm gonna turn it off.
Because we're friends of them all. Plus we're Lions members.
I'm gonna turn it off.
Olsen says all 4 had already spent about 2 weeks at the club getting ready for the fundraiser.
Okay.
He says
if anybody's still watching,
I
moved on to my eyeliner. I'm really close to being done. This is exciting.
In Ashwaubenon is leading to a police investigation.
Ashwaubenon. I remember that name from growing up there.
I feel like I would mess that up a lot.
Ashwaubenon.
That's close to like Willamette.
Willamette.
Yeah, people think it's Willamette. Or Tualatin.
Sheriff's officials in western Wisconsin are confirming at least one tornado touched down.
I feel like you need to have your mouth out like this.
Wisconsin.
County Sheriff says a few people have minor injuries. The National Weather Service
Wisconsin has a lot of ahs and ohs.
Shortly after 8 last night.
I like it.
Fresh Take continues. I'm Carol Patrizi, WHBY News.
Just locking my door so someone doesn't burst in.
What's the... Yeah,
we do have colleagues. Burst in crying.
Students.
Students. No colleague would ever burst in crying.
No.
Yeah. That's not a thing.
It's not November yet. No.
It's not even October.
That's right. Oh, gosh. It feels like it is already. Is it doing it again?
No, we're good. Okay. I had it on mute.
Okay, mascara.
See, all this stress before we even started. What's even happening? Nothing.
Mascara, final step. But the thing about mascara, well, at least for me, I like to do 2 layers, so it'll take a minute. Okay.
Does it actually layer up, or is it just doing it twice? Kind of?
It does layer up. Yep.
And you lose one layer, but the other layer is still there.
Yeah. The older you get, the more you have to put on. I think that's for you, Tammy Faye. I love you.
Do eyelashes turn gray?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
I just think they get a little thinner. Like all the, everybody's hair, like it's less lustrous and thin as you. I mean, it thins out when you get older.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. I could look like a total clown, but it's kind of dark in here, so I don't know.
Go look in the mirror over there.
Do you think my phone is going to run out of data? Would that happen?
No, we're just doing the video. It's not we're not live on anything. So
okay. Oh no, I mean like, do you think?
That
I might.
No. I think what we
don't even
do.
know how that works.
No, we just airdrop it to my computer right after this, and then you can delete it.
Okay.
And if it does, what have we lost?
Yeah, nothing.
Yo, WHBY.
Okay.
Not sure what's happening there.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. Ready?
Hold on, let me check make sure he's not like emailing us wildly.
Oh yeah. I'll check mine too.
Look at this text from Susan right now.
Doctor.
Hello, are you there?
Yeah, we're going to get started here in about 20 seconds.
Got it.
Awesome.
We're ready.
We're ready-ish.
Dr. Leah Payne, religious historian, and Dr. Brian Doak, biblical scholar. Is that right?
That's right.
Boom.
Nailed it. All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, guys.
Great. Thank you.
She found it. My wife just texted me and said she
Very
found a dead, dried up frog behind our
Susan.
couch.
That is so funny.
How
Who did it?
Why do I have to have news like that right before this?
It's evil in the world. That's what we're talking about.
We're talking about evil on this radio show. Evil just in the abstract. Like, I don't know. What about evil?
But did you... Oh. I like the theme music a lot.
Yeah, I do too. Why is it cutting in and out?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay.
Fresh Take is brought to you by Hooper Law Office. Find them in Appleton, Oshkosh, or Green Bay, or find them online at hooperlawoffice.com for your elder law and estate planning needs. Hooper Law Office, providing a pathway to your legacy. So glad that you are with us, and I hope you'll take the advice of Debbie Nowak from our last segment and go out and get some vitamin N today for nature. That sunshine does good things for your body, whether you realize it or not. Get out there, even just a few minutes. Fresh air, sunshine does wonders for your state of mind. And we are so glad to be joined once again by our friends, the hosts of the Weird Religion Podcast, with a great tagline, the podcast for people who know religion is weird and love it anyway. Dr. Leah Payne, religious historian, and Dr. Brian Doak, medical scholar at George Fox University. Brian, Leah, welcome back to Fresh Take.
Hey, thanks so much
for having us.
Thanks so much.
I am always looking forward to having you guys. I reached out several weeks ago, and we get this on the schedule, and then I just get to look forward to it for so long, and it's finally here.
Ha!
Us too.
Same.
We were just talking about how you need to take your show on the road and come visit us in Oregon.
We'll have to work on that with the sales department, how we get ourselves out. Yes, I would love that. And today's topic is one of those that gets me particularly excited because it is incredibly broad, so it can cover a lot of ground, but it also, I think, has some very specific salience and meaning for people. And so I want to get right into it. We hear songs about it. There's a new TV show premiering tomorrow night on CBS with it in the title. But I want to ask you guys to start out, what do we really know about evil? What do we know about it? How do we define it?
In 1964, there was a famous Supreme Court case, which yielded one of the most famous lines in court history. And I think it was uttered by a Supreme Court justice, not notable otherwise, named Potter Stevens or something like that. And it was about obscenity laws and pornography. And this justice said, how do you define pornography? He said, I know it when I see it. And I think that sense, that kind of line, I know it when I see it, is kind of like what we do with evil. It's like there's no dictionary definition of exactly what it is, but we kind of say, I know it when I see it. I don't know if that makes sense. Leah, what do you think?
Well, I was actually thinking about it, and I think that in some senses, just the word evil is much more loaded than the category of bad or unethical or immoral. Evil takes it into theological, religious, and or philosophical territory. Like, it's a different category. It's an extra special bad one.
Yeah, that's the question. Can you really talk about evil from a purely secular perspective, or is this a loaded ideological term that drifts into something like religion?
Right, and that's kind of that dichotomy that you guys have highlighted is really what's at the heart of my interest in this topic, because evil does have sort of supernatural or otherworldly implications, even as we are approaching the Halloween season, right? When you think about evil costumes, it's not typically just an average person doing something wrong. It's some kind of a monster or a specter or a ghost, something supernatural. And yet it is often applied to things like that bum who cut you off in traffic, or, you know, like the candidate from the other political party you don't like. The word evil gets roped into some of those more worldly considerations as well. So it is kind of difficult to pin down.
Yeah, I mean, we're very promiscuous with our language. I mean, we use words in such a creative variety of ways. I mean, who knows though? Maybe for serious thinking people, evil should be one of those words that's really relegated to a very special use. I can say for myself, I don't know. I don't use the word evil very often. I don't describe people who cut me off in traffic as evil, I don't think. I don't know. Do you use the word that loosely?
I don't, but, you know, I remember there was some conversation years back when I believe George W. Bush was talking about the axis of evil.
Oh, yeah.
And that was really noteworthy because it was taking something that was, you know, our opponent, our rival, and turning it into, like, our cosmic enemy. And so, yeah, I use it sparingly as well.
It's interesting you brought up that political context, Leah, because that is one of those things where once you've deemed something evil, it almost becomes impossible to go anywhere from there, right? The Taliban is our opponent in Afghanistan because they harbored the terrorists that we believe were responsible for causing the attacks on 9/11. The Taliban is evil in that sense. And so now, how do we negotiate a peace deal, right, with an organization we've termed evil? Can you even sit down at the same table with people you consider evil? It gets a little tricky.
Yeah, and I think maybe we could think of it also in terms of what lengths should you not go to defeat something that is evil. And so that's why we have to be really careful about using that term, because then you're exactly right. It's hard to come to the table and acknowledge the humanity in someone else who, if they are evil. It's kind of a totalizing word. What do you think, Brian?
No, totally. I mean, and when we call something evil, like, say, the Taliban, for example, evil, what do we even mean exactly? Do we mean that they're evil, each individual person as a human, like with their families having breakfast? Are they evil? Like, where is the content of the evil? I think that's a tough one.
Yeah, when we define even what evil looks like when we see it, you, Brian, in the prep here, where you brought up, like, harm of a child would be a pretty absolute thing we could probably all agree is an evil thing to happen. But when you get outside of those sort of cut and dried examples, it's really hard to understand even what would qualify for a label that is so otherworldly, so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, categories like, I think going to children is always the best place, the saddest place, the most difficult place to go when thinking about evil. I mean, almost universal. I mean, you could think about murder, you know, like, how could murder not be evil, for example, or this specter of school shootings. But again, we're still thrown back on the very same problems of, you know, what do we mean by that exactly?
And then somebody who does that, okay, now we put them in jail, they've served their time, they come out, are they still evil, or are they somehow redeemed, and what did they do to earn that redemption?
Right, like, did we burn the evil off? Is evil like a black cloud kind of in the air or in a person's soul, like almost like you picture it cinematically being like sucked out of someone or fought in the form of a monster? But is it actually a person? Is it a person? Is it a brain? Is it some chemical you know?
Yeah, well, I even think of this as you guys did in this most recent season of the Weird Religion podcast. You used a lot of pop culture references as jumping off points to explore some of these theological principles, and talk a little bit about some of the manifestations of evil in pop culture. You know, I'm even thinking about, like, superhero movies, right? There's always the bad guys, they're the evil side. Or I'm thinking of something like Breaking Bad, right? Walter White was this sort of misanthrope main character who is a drug dealer, and yet we sort of didn't view him in quite those evil terms.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of fun talking about the bad guys in many of our Weird Religion episodes.